Don't you just hate having red hair? Because every time you get upset, your face turns red in your chest, and everybody can tell what you feel on the. It's crazy like that. So I wanted to make this video in the moment so I could adequately express how I feel about the situation and hopefully remember it accurately also. I'm waiting outside in the truck for my husband at a doctor's appointment. Excuse me. But as far as the awnings go, this is an update on the awning failure situation. Okay. I called my dealership, who, yes, I cussed out several different people related to on Saturday when this happened. And I cussed out an email, you know, because there is a long story associated with this. And it starts with before we even drove the RV off the lot when we bought it, we checked the awnings. They came out. They said, yes, the awning does not work right, needs the motor replaced. That was in January. They said, when we get the parts in from Brinkley, we will contact you and let you know, and we can schedule an appointment to do your service work. Yay, great, not a problem. Okay. So they said about 4 to 8 weeks. Okay. 12 weeks later, not a word. So I called. Hey, what's going on? You know. And they're like, first off, let me interrupt and say, I'm sorry, I keep looking this way. The door is this way. I'm looking to see my husband's coming out. Back to the story. Anyway, 12 weeks goes by. I call, what's going on? And they're like, wait, you needed an awning motor? And I'm like, yeah. So they're like, let's order it. We'll call you when it comes in. Not a problem. A couple weeks go by, not a word. Call back. Oh, wait, you needed an awning motor? Hang on. Oh, yeah, the one's back here. Not yeah. Wait, it's the wrong one. Okay, let's order the right one. Get it in so we can schedule this work. Okay, a couple weeks go by, call back. Wait, you need an awning motor? Let's order one. Okay. Okay. So, yes, there is lovely people that work at the dealership. This specific person was very helpful when I got a hold of them. And they remembered coming out there that night that we bought the RV and telling us that we needed to order it. Apparently there was a mix-up in the back because it was ordered to General RV, to the dealership. There was a mix-up in the back because it was ordered to the dealership when we bought the Brinkley, and it wasn't sent to us under our name because we haven't registered it yet. So to the dealership, it was a rando part sitting back there, and they sent it back. Okay. Okay. This specific person is very helpful. Ordered the right part. Made sure he ordered the right part in October. The part got in. We got in for a service work in Thanksgiving. No problem. Okay. While we were there, I asked him to check different things. And one being, I thought the linoleum, there was like a bubble. And I thought that maybe there's a screw working its way up or something. I didn't know. And they said, no, it's not a screw. It's like an air bubble pocket thing. And he fixed it by heating it and smoothing it out. Well, the first time the slides go out, there's a cut about 6 inches long going through the linoleum. And, I was told, not a problem. We got a great floor guy. We'll fix it. It's okay. We got a great floor guy who can fix it. He'll be all, never knows there. He'll contact you. Okay. Yet to hear from him. Okay. Okay. I was like, we got to come back in February to finish the service work. Okay. So just make sure the floor guy's there. Okay. Okay. So they replaced them. Okay. So that was example number one. Example number two of what I'm fixing to say. When we bought the Brinkley, we had an Alliance we traded for it. It had an Anderson hitch on it. When they moved the Anderson, they didn't know what Anderson was. They broke it. Okay. So they had to find it and replace it. All right. So example number two. Okay. So we're super paranoid. Every time they touch my RV, something breaks. Okay. So, you know, I didn't notice until we got to our first campsite after that service work that there's cuts in the decal of the Brinkley near the awning arm. Okay. And yeah, I emailed and I was like, look, something else, man. It looks just like you propped a ladder, or what I like is when random people tell me it looks like it dropped a tool, like a power drill or a hammer or something, and it knocked it going down. So it looks like. Okay. Was told that they got pictures of it when it came in for service work, and the pictures prove that that wasn't there, and that was already there or something. And I'm like, okay, sure, I can't prove that it wasn't. Whatever, I'll let that go. Okay, doesn't really take away from the Anderson and the floor though. Okay. All right. Or the like craziness of trying to get the awning motor replaced. All right, not a problem. So, but when the awning failed because we haven't been able to use it until we got the new motor, you know, not really. All right. So we've only been able to really use our awning for the last month. Okay. You know, and if the wind goes above 10 miles an hour, we freak out and bring it in. All right. So I don't really feel like it's our fault. But the RV tech said, and wrote it up, that the failure of the awning was due to the screws on the motor end cap of that awning arm, the cap that goes over the motor. The screws worked their way out until the arm collapsed. And Brinkley agrees after receiving the pictures. I'm going to need a complete new awning. Both arms, the canvas, the roller bar, the whole kit and caboodle. Okay? Not going to be cheap. All right? Brinkley will cover the whole thing under warranty. And I can take it to a different dealership, a different authorized Brinkley dealership. Not a problem. Thank you, Brinkley. Wonderful people. That customer service is solely was my selling point. All RVs will break, earthquakes going down the road, crap happens. You will have a warranty for the first year. You want an RV company that has that customer service that will deal with you. Okay? That's what you want. Now, to current day. Called the dealership because, you know, I was told on Saturday that we still had for the cost of the RV tech coming out. You know, basically it's hourly fee kind of thing. Okay. I was told that would be reimbursed to us if it was due to the awning motor failure by the dealership. Okay. Was it due to the awning motor failure? The motor was fine. The motor that sat here was fine. The end cap that was on the motor was not fine. Okay. So, call the dealership because irregardless of whether that happens or whether I get refunded that fee or not, I still gotta get my awning fixed. So, I called the dealership before I called Brinkley. All right, that's what that conversation with the dealership is why I ended up calling, just calling Brinkley. Okay. So I called the dealership, and I was in a much calmer mood. Probably about an hour. You can see I'm kind of edged up, stressed a bit, but I'm not cussing. All right. So I was in a much calmer mood than I was Saturday, and I was told that person I normally deal with had already talked to the person that I talked to on Saturday, and that he'd already got all my emails also. Okay, that's cool because I sent him 2 emails of pictures and lesson out, and an email of the RV Tech's receipt so that he could see what the RV Tech said, because that's the legit thing to cover your, CYA. Okay, I was told he'd already got my emails. Okay, um, I was told that his exact words were, his exact words were, it's like you're just trying to get something from us. And my Brinkley is under warranty. I don't need to get anything from him. I don't need anything from him. Okay, other than to schedule a freaking appointment. All right, would like refunding my RV Tech fees. I really didn't expect it. All right, so didn't really need anything from him. You know, I was asking him, where is the awning motor actually located on the awning? I didn't know if it was back here on the RV or if it was out. I didn't know till Brinkley told me in air conversation. I legit was asking my dealership person, where's the RV motor located? And I asked him several times. And his answer was, it's like you're trying to put words in my mouth, that you're trying to get me to say something, and I gotcha moment. And I was like, what? I legit didn't know, because there was no sense in me continuing this if I wasn't right in cap motor. Okay. So yes, that angered me. The it's like you're trying to get something from us angered me. The oh yeah, I've read all your emails, but he couldn't tell me what the RV Tech said. Okay, what's the cause of the failure? Couldn't even get to that. Okay, I would just said, dude, I will let you talk for a minute. Okay, I'll be polite, let you talk for a minute, and then we're gonna move on with why I actually called. Okay. And it was like, what are you saying? How dare you talk to me like that? And I was like, what the hell? So, yeah, I went off again. I was like, dude, you're not hearing me. I was like, regardless of this, it's still got to get replaced. We got to move forward with this. All right. And couldn't even get to that point. Couldn't even get to that point. Couldn't even get to warranty work or Brinkley or whatever. Yeah. Because RV Tech said, Brinkley said, I need the whole setup. And the dealership said, it's like you're just trying to get something from us. Well, that's fine, because Brinkley said I didn't have to go back there. So, now, there is a big thing online about, all dealerships of certain kind are alike. It's an overgeneralization of things these days. I don't feel, I feel like no matter where you go, you're going to find good and bad people. You know, for instance, at our dealership, okay, the person that did our paperwork, that did all our documents and took our money, well, he got fired soon after. Okay, I'm not really sure why, but that was a whole nother thing too, in that he overcharged us. He messed up on our paperwork one time and fixed it and still overcharged us and had to get a $1,300 refund. Not little money. All right. So he was fired. I don't know if that was due solely to us or not. Don't know. But it is what it is. Well, here comes husband finally. He gets to hear this side of the story too. I'll update more later.